Oh, wow.
together.
Wow.
So you don't want two people that spend all the money all the time. And you would. Yours is down there. Tell me your story. Are you a PK, Lord? Those preachers' kids.
And refrigerators as well. That's what my tiny
Preacher's kids.
But how do you, I'm the
How do you
oldest.
change and be all of the four? How do you, if I want to do
I'll
that?
show you some things, but here's what you never want to betray what your core strengths are. You just want to get better at those. But you can learn to mitigate the others. Now, for me, it was hiring people and the things that I'm not good in so that I can do the things that I do well. So for our organization, like the one that has the homeless shelter and all of that, I go and meet and I do a lot of speaking in the community. That's what I love, is getting to go represent the organization, raising money. I love to raise money.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people go, oh, that scares me. Not me. I go, that's awesome because I believe in the cause.
Yeah.
So there's another piece that can go with this that's called values.
Yeah.
And it'll list out like 10 values. And those values will make a big difference in even how you approach your personality.
That's the other course that you have. Yes. That would
Yeah,
be
there's
interesting to go
several
to.
pieces to it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's really good stuff. And TTI has become super popular with the realty community. So,
Kevin here had a question earlier.
Kevin,
Did he
come
answer?
on. Come on, Kevin.
What was the question you had?
Oh, it changes over time,
Changes over time.
and you got to a relatively specific value.
Yeah, well, and it can somewhat, but generally you're going to be the second one right here. This is what you're going to be truer to.
Right.
That one is you adapting.
So you can't
And
change
what
those?
you're doing at work. This is the one that would make you more stress-free, is if you could live life this way, right here. Like Becky just a moment ago brought hers up, and her S was a lot higher over here than over here. Her S was down below the midline, and I said, so you have to reign in chaos all the time. She went, it's exactly what I do. Every day. It's chaotic. It's all these. So she would prefer to have systems and processes. That's what she would prefer. That's her natural way. Her home is probably very well organized.
So do you use this with your wife? Like, do you?
So
Are you using this on me right now? And is she like?
oh, she knows it as well as I do. We do a lot of marriage retreats through the years where we did this. Now, you want to see an audience really get to laughing and having a great time? Because I've actually had people stand and go, finally, I understand why it's the way it is.
Confused.
You know?
I'm too confused.
So it really has science behind it. That goes back several thousand years, believe it or not, with philosophers who basically divided people into 4 temperaments. And for years they used terms like a phlegmatic and a melancholy and a sanguine, those kind of terms. And then William Marston in the 20s then turned around and used terms that were more familiar. And then from there, his work is just really multiplied. Can you believe that he created Wonder Woman and the polyagram?
Amazing.
What's her profile?
Wonder Woman is,
A high D. Off the page. I went to see the movie. Took the granddaughter and went, be like that. Right there. So,
It's funny because I just read this and know about this now, and I feel like I can't turn it off now. Every time I see somebody, I'm like, I wonder what you
That would be
are.
an eye.
and that's where I'm going to share some more things with you this afternoon that will show you how to recognize it in people, how to recognize it in the people that are about maybe to sign a contract and to buy with you. Because what we tend to do is we want to sell the way that we would want to be sold.
Correct.
But that's not where you want to go.
Yeah.
You want to sell to people the way they would want to be sold to. And if you recognize their personality profile and you can do a little homework, then you're really way downstream with building a great relationship. And again, that's what people want. And y'all want relationships because relationships also equal referrals. Sure. Right? And that's what you live and breathe off of are referrals.
Yeah.
There's a really good book on referrals called The Referral Engine. Can't remember the author's name, but it's really,
That's
really
the
good.
INS.
Yeah. No, that's called the old age. You don't have that excuse. But I did, I was speaking for a group of haberdashers, that do suits and all this kind of stuff for high-end clients. And when I asked the guy, I said, what do you want me to speak on? He said, I said, what do you want to hear them saying when they walk out of the room? He said, I want to hear them saying, I've never thought about that before. And I went, okay. And I said, so what's their biggest need? And he said, they live and die off referrals. And so I found this book, The Referral Engine.
Yeah.
And in the introduction, I found the thing that he wanted. And it was a story of a guy who had done the forward of the book, and he said, my wife and I went to REI, the outfitter,
Yes.
and we bought coats at the end of the season. And we took them and we hung them in our closet. We couldn't wait till the next year to roll around when it had the first cold snap, and we went and we got our coats out. We were going to go on a walk. So we put our coats on and everything. And he said, as my wife did, she heard something kind of crinkle, and she reached down in the coat pocket and she pulled it out. And normally what you'd be pulling out is something that says inspected by 0046. But instead it was a handwritten note. And it said, to the woman who has received this garment, you are a goddess. And you must have somebody that really loves you and you really love clothes. My name is Joan. I'm the one who was hand sewing a lot of this coat. And so I just want you to know that I send you good wishes as you wear this coat.
Oh, that's
And it was
awesome.
brilliant. And so I looked at these guys who do the suits. I said, now all of you send a letter, I'm sure, to your clients, don't you? They went, yeah. And I said, but how many of you have ever handwritten a note? It's handwritten. And you put it in the garment, so the first time that they go to wear it, they pull that out. And you're telling them, you hope this clothing blesses
I
them.
love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I came up with
I love
something
it.
that they hadn't heard. So, but I got that in the introduction of it. But the whole book is on how do you create an engine that just repeats itself. And for y'all, that's the key.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, when you get clients, they so respect y'all. When I was at Homebanc, we did this huge survey, and we found out that when a realtor recommended a mortgage loan officer, even if the realtor did a bad job, 85% of the time they would take the mortgage person that was recommended to them by their realtor, even if they didn't do a good job, 85% of the time. And so our company obviously tried to treat realtors really well.
Sure.
And we would do a lot of programs like this, free for
Yeah.
them to be able to come to.
Yeah.
Then that's how we built relationships with the companies, was we used continuing education.
Wow.
I love it.
Support the process.
I love it.
Great, great.
So it was fun.
Thank you so
So I
much.
want thank you.
Thank you so much.
My LA crowd.
Yes,
Love LA.
We drove from 5:30 in the morning to be with you
yes.
Bless
on
your
time.
heart.